My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask your pardon for my sins and the grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me. Some time ago, I was watching a soccer game with a friend of mine at his place with his family, and he told me that he had a new TV screen and that we were watching the game on high definition mode. And I told him, hey, come on, this is not a big difference. I don't see any big difference with the other TVs. And he said, oh, wait a second. And then he pressed the button with his remote control, and immediately the screen kind of shrank, the image, and had more pixels, and it was blurred. And I said, oh, no, let's go back to high definition, please. And he was laughing and telling me, I told you, there's a big difference. And today in the Gospel, in Jesus, you are talking a little bit about this high definition. Someone asks you, what's the first commandment? Give me kind of a glasses that can help me to see the world differently. And the first commandment is, listen, Israel, listen, you, whatever you are. The first commandment is that you should love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first thing, like a filter that allows you to see reality, putting God first. And the second thing, if you do that, is that you will see your neighbor as yourself. You will love your neighbor as yourself. Now, this is really difficult. Here is a real battle. To love anything or anybody before me takes a lot of effort. And it's not the first reaction when we choose something. When you go to the fridge, the refrigerator in your house, and there are two yogurts, and one is chocolate and the other one is vanilla or whatever, or something like coconut, you probably, at least this is my case, I take chocolate. This is my first reaction. And I don't think about other people. I'm hungry, there's chocolate, period. So to have the ability of looking around and thinking, okay, who is coming after me? Or who needs this more than myself is really difficult. It takes a lot of love. And this is what I want to ask you, Jesus, today. For big or small decisions, to put love first. And this is demanding. We live in a culture that is the culture of the selfies. And actually, it's kind of funny. I found a definition of a selfie the other day in the internet. A selfie is a picture taken of yourself that is planned to be uploaded to Facebook, MySpace, or any other social media. You can usually see the person's arm holding out the camera, in which case you can clearly tell that this person does not have any friends. A selfie is usually accompanied by a kissy face or the individual looking in a direction that is not towards the camera. We live in this culture, and it's sticky, and we cannot be, far from that or just independent completely from this kind of influence that the culture has in our lives daily. So when Jesus Christ is asking us to put aside ourselves, he's doing something really revolutionary. And my reaction, Jesus, to be honest, at first at least, is to say, wait a second, I don't want to lose anything. Are you taking away my freedom? Am I giving up things that go against me? And this is a conflict that maybe we have in our consciences or at least in our hearts. A real difficulty to make that risky step towards generosity, to the unknown, to a place that maybe has a feedback, maybe not. And of course, a place that many, many times has no pleasure, no gratification whatsoever. Because it's an act of generosity, we are giving up, we are leaving behind something or someone that we love. In order to love you better, in order to love the world better, and in order to love that person even better. Some weeks ago, during the lockdown, at least in the US, we were allowed to go outside to walk or to run. And I did it. I went to a park, and I saw on my way towards the park a little turtle crossing the street. It was very small, like a baby. So I took it with me back home, and I took care of her for a while. I put her in a little cage, in a terrarium. And to my amazement, the following day, she escaped and I didn't see her again anymore. A little snapping turtle. But a few weeks later, I went back to the same forest, and I saw a gigantic one, like maybe 3 feet long. I'm kidding you not. And I was thinking, man, this is the same breed, and this so much bigger. So I went to one of the biologists that I live with, and I asked him, how is this possible? And then he told me that actually with the turtles, something very interesting happens regarding their size, which is that when they are in a cage, they don't grow anymore. They just adapt to the place where they are living in. But if you leave them in the forest or in open nature, they keep growing. I mean, it's not that they will be like elephants, but they can be very big. And I thought, wow, this is very interesting, this message from nature. And maybe it applies to my interior life, Jesus. If I love only according to my capacities, I am domesticating you. I'm making you very small. And maybe I can love, but I am making you very, very, very small. On the contrary, if I allow you to guide me, if I put you first, it's not only that I don't lose anything, it's that I win. I expand my heart. Humanly speaking, if you have a cake or fruit or money, when you divide it, you lose. If you love your family and you want to divide an inheritance, you divide and then you lose part of it. But spiritually speaking, just the contrary is what happens. The more you split or divide your heart, meaning loving more people, you don't lose. You expand it. It grows. And then you allow our Lord to take care of everything. And this is the deal. This is the real deal of my life, my Lord. You taking care. You telling me what's worth loving. And you showing me not only what's worth loving, but the depth of my love if I filter it through your heart, through your eyes. This is the first commandment, and it's not a commandment like a tax collector thing, that I want you to do this because I am bossy. Nah. God is telling you, I want you to be happy. I want to help you to understand the richness of your life. I want you to understand the beauty of the world. And this is the deal. To allow Jesus to enter into your heart, to show you that horizon of possibilities that we all have. I was reading the other day this quote by Michelangelo Buonarroti, one of the most famous artists in history. And then he said, the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. Same concept. The worst temptation or risk is that we aim shorter than we should. And we maybe accomplish our goals, but we are so small compared with our possibilities. I don't want to forget, Jesus, that I have your divine image inside me. And this is a huge treasure, always able to grow. And I want to explore the world taking advantage of this treasure. I can love the world as Jesus Christ loves the world. I can love this person with the love of God, not only with my love, but with a higher gift that goes beyond myself. That's such a great gift, Jesus. And I want to explore everything, and anything that I have in my life can be explored with you, with your company. And again, I will not lose a thing. On the contrary, I will get to the deepest possibilities of my being, of my actions, of my choices. I want to ask your mother as well to help me out. Mary. We just finished the month of May, and I still have the customs, the things that I was giving you during that month present right now. And it was great. And I want to continue to grow in your love and in your discipleship. I want to follow you. So help me, my mother, please. Help me to understand that what you said, that fiat, that let it be done, was a door that opened to a marvelous reality of God entering into your life. And I want to follow the same thing. To say, I'm here, I'm the handmaid of the Lord. I am ready to follow you wherever you want to take me, because I know that with you I will discover beautiful things. My mother, help me to risk, help me to love, help me to pass everything that is in my heart through the filter that is the heart of Jesus, your Son. I thank you, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations that you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask your help to put them into effect. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.